so I've slowly replaced bells.
Welcome to Whoopsie Daisy Farm. Today we are finishing our tour of Heritage Groves Farm, a 1-acre homestead in Central Florida. Steve and Lee Cain raise fruits, vegetables, poultry, honeybees, and dairy sheep on their property, utilizing permaculture and organic principles. Today we are going to learn more about their food forest and orchard, which provide a substantial amount of feed for their livestock throughout the year. Learning to grow food for your animals is an essential skill for any sustainable homestead. Seeing how Steve and Lee are doing it on 1 acre is truly inspirational and has challenged us to improve our own production of animal forage on our own property. I hope you learned plenty with us today as well.
And that's because we use the coffee grounds that we get donated. And it, like I said, it keeps the smell down. It keeps the poop from sticking too bad. Quail poop a lot.
Quail poop an absolute lot.
Yeah.
But their eggs are yummy.
But their eggs are yummy. And then we have, I set up these containers for them to
Dust bathe in?
dust bathe in, and that's where, of course, where they want to lay their eggs, even though we have the things in there. Okay, this is our tropical side of our food forest, being in Florida, and we did it as a buffer between us and our neighbors because they have dogs that kind of harassed our sheep. When you're on a small property, you have to kind of mix things up. And with this, we've decided to cut off this part of the food forest because we have too much to do, and we're going to let the sheep in there. If you are on a small property, you have to be aware of what dangers there could be for the sheep. Like, we know that there are dogs in our neighbor's property, so we can never leave them there unattended. So we check the fence line regularly, and we also will keep this up so that they can't go in there without us.
Yes, another thing we've done here is we try to provide food sources near where the animals are going to be located. So just outside our fencing area is longevity spinach, which the sheep really love, and it also is a self-serve snack for them because as the longevity spinach grows through the fencing, they do self-serve. In addition to that, what we put also around there is katuk, which is a very good food source, and they really love it. So try to make it as convenient and almost self-serving, but we're in control of what's going on. Longevity spinach and katuk do not require a lot of water, and therefore very low maintenance.
This is called katuk, and it's in the legume plant family, so it's also a nitrogen fixer. These little ones, if you eat the little ones, they taste like peas.
Okay, well, of course I got a big one.
But this is high in protein. The sheep absolutely love it. It grows really, you're eating a big one.
I know. Okay, now I'm trying a little one. Okay, that one tastes good.
Tastes like a pea.
Yeah, it tastes like a pea.
Yeah, when they're big like that's their seeds. So those little tiny things will open up, and then they form these seeds, and they're very easy to grow from this. Very easy. So I usually just throw them back in there. But like I said, we feed them to our rabbit.
Yeah, she's looking kind of excited.
Yeah. We feed them to our chickens, our ducks, all our sheep. Everybody gets this, and we have it scattered throughout here for that purpose. Yeah, if you have a property that is like very shade ridden like ours, this is a great chop and drop for the sheep. We were zone 9B. They've recently redone it. Now we're zone 10.
Okay.
But it grows like crazy. We put it up against the house. We put it all over the place. These little seeds pop open and pop off, and you'll end up with it, little plants. But it's very easy. We feed it to all our animals, and they absolutely love the flavor of it. You can actually eat the leaves too. It's like put them in a salad, and that it tastes, like I said, like early spring peas. The small berries and the small.
Is this how tall it gets too?
It can grow very bushy. We didn't cut these back, so they're kind of stringy.
Okay.
Because they were up against the house.
This is comfrey, one of the best plants we have on our farm. It is a dynamic accumulator, and what it does is it reaches deep down into the soil and brings up minerals that are very useful for composting as well as for the animals.
Tonsil's like, yeah.
I cannot wait to get to what could almost be his little bouquet.
He's like, I'll do my part.
He's being a little ham, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
But as you can see, it helps their digestion, and it has a lot of valuable uses on the farm. It grows very, very well, And we plant it around our fruit trees. We also plant some of them around where we keep each one of our groups of sheep. Once again, self-serve, which becomes a very big thing on a small farm.
It helps with minerals.
Helps with minerals. And when they're sick, we will give them some comfrey, as well as for the girls.
Yeah, I've always noticed when my sheep graze comfrey, their parasite resistance just skyrockets.
We try to put food sources next to the animals that like to eat it. So we do a lot of katuk. We do a lot of Mexican sunflower. We do a lot of longevity spinach, and then we have like the branches off of trees. That kind of stuff. Is we do a lot of tree hay. This is sweet potato.
Oh, okay.
And we just don't even harvest it anymore. We just let it kind of take over. This actually works really well. The sheep absolutely love it. And so we will plant it on the edge, usually near our sheep, along with longevity spinach, and let it grow in for the sheep to nibble on when we have to keep them contained. It is right. This is Piper nigerium. It's black pepper.
Oh, wow.
So it starts out green. It turns red. And there's a stage of white in between. So everybody thinks that pepper is like there's a white pepper plant, a black pepper plant, a red pepper.
And it's just different stages.
It's just different stages.
Wow.
But yeah, it's we usually harvest it when it's this and it dries out and it turns black.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And this plant is about 3 or 4 years old now, and it's gone all the way up there. We took cuttings and planted them here. Now that one's all the way to the top. No, we can't harvest all of them. And now it's starting to shoot runners out, and it's heading this
Nice.
way. See, we didn't plant that. It's on that palm.
Oh, very cool.
So they're a climbing vine, and it's also on the archway there. So we're hoping to get enough pepper eventually so that we can gift it to sweet friends.
I'm a sweet friend. So the sheep eat citrus.
Yes, they do. They'll eat oranges. They'll eat tangerines. I don't know. I've not tried the calamundins with them, but I couldn't come out even with a glass of orange juice. They would try to drink it. They know the smell,
Wow.
and so they really crave it. They also love bananas.
I was gonna say mine will knock bananas out of my hands.
Yeah.
So you have to block the banana trees off of them?
Yeah, the banana trees are on the side of our food forest, the tropical side. We got about 40 pounds of bananas and I think 20 pounds of plantains.
Wow.
And yeah, you can't
Walk into the yard with a sheep and a banana or plantain.
Yeah.
Hard at work.
Hard at work, sleeping away. That's the banana we just harvested off of.
Oh, wow.
The one that's leaning like that. Once they've set a rack, they're done.
Oh.
So if you notice, like, you see there's a short one there, and you see that one behind there, it's also done. That gave us a rack too. The pup is sprouted. The dad is waiting, and the granddad gives you the bananas. Once he gives you the bananas,
Then he dies.
you cut him down.
You cut him down.
Because he's not going to produce anymore. Bananas are just a grass. We're all the grandfathers, and they're all been cut.
Oh, okay.
The fruit's been cut off, the racks, and we will cut these down and split them open and lay them on the ground so that it gives the nutrients back to the banana.
Oh, okay.
Bananas are high. They need a lot of nitrogen
Okay.
and a lot of water.
Oh, okay.
They don't like to be totally wet, but they like it to be nice and moist.
So plant them around your composting toilet.
Plant them around your composting. Plant them in
Or
an
around your
area-
rabbit cages.
Yeah, that's going to be here. And honestly, if you have little boys, send them out to pee on them.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm
Because-
looking forward to telling Nat where to go.
Yeah, they thrive on pee. But once the grandfather dies, then the dad becomes the grandfather. He'll produce next, and the pup will become the dad, and they'll shoot up another pup.
Wow. That's really cool. So you don't have to plant them every single year. You
No.
just
It
learn
just-
their growth styles.
Once you plant one, you're going to have them continue unless you kill them by accident. So
That is gorgeous.
This is ginger, and it's part of our shampoo ginger. It does go from a rhizome. It was wild all over our property. And these are what's left of shampoo ginger. They kind of look like it's also called pine cone ginger, as you can see why They're usually a beautiful pinky red color. And I use them for washing my hands. They have a slight gingery smell, and you squeeze them and the liquid comes out of them. And you can wash your hands. You can make soaps with it. You can make shampoos with it. It's slightly
Saponic?
yes. Okay, so these are all different apple trees. This is a burgundy and I think golden delicious, and this is like 5 different ones. But because we're in Florida, they tell you can only grow basically 3 types of apples that are tropicals. That's not true. But you can grow different apples depending on the rootstock, but you have to trick it. You have to convince them that they're up north. So usually about the end of December, the beginning of January, we come through and we strip off all our leaves. We just take off all the leaves to convince our trees that it's fall.
Oh, okay.
And by the time it warms back up in February, what will happen is it will shoot out new growth.
Interesting.
And that's when we'll get our buds and our flowers and such like that. So you can grow different apple trees in Florida depending on where you get your rootstock. And if anybody wants to know that, I can tell them.
Bees.
We have bees there and bees over there. In the horizontal hives. Got that from Bee Kept. It's kind of short.
Whoop whoop, Adam.
Yeah, he's great. He's actually, the one that took Steve under his wing and told him all about them, and highly recommend his book.
It is a good book.
Yeah.
Very easy read.
Bananas or plantains.
Where I've been before is letting them fast track me on things.
The old moldy ones.
Well, plantains usually eat when they get like this.
Oh, okay.
Because you want that's when they're sweeter. If you want them green, that works for like flour and celery.
Oh.
And these are like dessert. Come on, girls. Come on, girls. She's got banana all over her nose. Yeah, I know. Sorry. That was the one you were eating. Have you ever noticed that sheep don't like to eat something somebody else has been eating?
I have noticed that actually.
Yeah, that's the one you were eating. What? Clover. Nope, you can't have the peppers, sorry. No, you can't have the peppers. I take the hard stems off so that they don't choke on them. You can't have my peppers. Yeah. Nah. They think he has food. They just let him feed the other one. They're like, hey, I'm the best
Treats!
at having food. What I like best about raising sheep, everything. They're so super relaxing to just sit and watch. And as a shepherdess, you have to do that. You have to watch your sheep. You have to know what their mannerisms are, because sheep don't say, hey, I'm sick. They say, I think I'm fine, and then they keel over if you're not on top of it. So you have to know how your sheep act and what's going on with them. So, but it's very relaxing to sit and watch them and take care of them. Milking is actually, for me, a very, very relaxing kind of quiet rhythmic motion that I enjoy.
And we do that together.
Actually, we do. I started on my own, and then he started helping, and it's actually kind of like our quiet talk time sometimes. So it's worked
That's
out
awesome.
really well. So everything.
And my favorite thing about sheep is it keeps my wife happy.
Happy wife, happy life.
I prefer happy house, happy spouse.
Oh, well.
We are at Heritage Groves Farm. We just have Instagram and Facebook. We don't have a YouTube channel.
I don't know why not.
Because I'm not going to. But yeah, we're on at Heritage Groves Farm.
Thank you so much for tagging along on our tour of Heritage Groves Farm. We hope you enjoyed and learned a lot from the Cains. If there is something specific that you'd like to know about tropical dairy farming, please message them at the links in the description or leave them in the comments. We may cover your question in an upcoming video the next time we see them. Thanks again for being here, and please be sure to like, subscribe, and share our videos. It really helps us get the word out that there are more resources for fellow dairy shepherds. See you next time!